Hello friends, I want to welcome you to my channel. I am Lisa Fulford, your creative coach, and I'm so glad that you're here. And if this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. I have a very cute, untraditional color for a Christmas card for today's Make It Monday. And this is that really cute little card that we're going to make today. I like the pinks and then the pool party. I thought they worked so nice together. And then I brought in several other elements like the, this is our specialty paper. And then of course the arch die cuts. So let's get started on making this card. All right, so for this, we're using the Silent Snowfall DSP, and it's a specialty DSP because it is embossed, and you just, you can add color to it, or you can leave it the way that it is. And then we're going to bring in these everyday arches, and there's three different, well, I guess I'm only using two, so I think it's the fourth one down and the fifth one down. Yep, so fourth and fifth arch from the everyday arches. So you come down those two arches. And so those are the ones that we're going to use. And then we're also going to bring in this is a set of dies that you can get if you are subscribed to the Paper Pumpkin. And this one's called Mary Tags and More. And there's a word here, just says Mary, that you can die cut. And that's what I have there. And then, of course, this very cute Festive Friends. It's a bundle. And so it comes with different die cuts and die cuts, each one of the characters. And that's got snowflakes and some stars, a different type of Christmas tree, this tall skinny tree, and I'm not 100% certain what that is, but I think it goes with the tag. So that's a little tag. And so I just thought these were adorable. I just had not had time to play with them yet, but the Festive Friends bundle, I think you'll want to get that. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to scoot over a little bit so I stay in frame here. We have the Christmas tree and the die cut here. And then we've got the little snowman. And then the colors that I'm going to use are Pool Party, the light and dark. I do have a dark Calypso Coral. I use that for the nose. And then Pretty in Pink, the color lifter, a light gray granite, and then a dark crown cake to color in the snowman. We're also going to use, let's see, going to use Versamark, Pool Party, and Pretty in Pink ink. So I'll put that up there. I feel like I'm getting my counter pretty full over here, but that's okay. So we're going to do the coloring of the snowman first. I already stamped it. I used Memento ink. So I use that for my stamping. And so I can put that off to the side. I thought this might be a little bit longer video, so I wanted to speed it along just a little bit. And I watched somebody doing some of the coloring of the snowman, and I liked the way they did it. So I know that this is just the color lifter. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that gray granite. And then I'm going to go back over it and blend it with the color lifter again. Then I'm going to do that. Add a little bit more. Then, after that, I'm going to let that dry just a little bit. That one up there, and I'm just going to add the wink of Stella. That also helps blend things out and give it that shimmer and shine. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close that off for now. Come in with our Calypso Coral. I don't normally do all the coloring on camera, but I thought for this one, I thought he was super cute, and I wanted to share that. And then I'm going to bring in the crumb cake, and I'm just going to outline his little branches here. There we go. And then now it's for we're going to do the pink. All the pink first, then we'll come back in and do the pool party. So I'm going to use my dark Pretty in Pink, and I'm going to do some flicking here, a little bit from this direction, and I'm going to grab my lighter one. Actually, it says it's light, but it looks darker. I'm going to blend that. I'm going to grab that next one, and it says dark, but it sure does not look dark. And it has kind of an orangey cast to it right now, but it will dry pink. No, I didn't add the wink of Stella. This right here. That's all right. We'll get it taken care of. All right, so now I'm going to do the scarf. Like doing outside edges and then just filling it in with the other color. Come back in with some of the, it's supposed to be the dark. I don't know if it's the opposite, but that's what it says, so we'll go with it. And then I'm going to take this color lifter, just kind of do a little bit of that. All right, that is all of the pink. That's looking really good already. Put that over there for now, and then I'm going to do the pool party. So we're going to add that to this edge over here, and I'm just flicking it. Makes it easier. Then we're going to come back in with the lighter one and blend that out. Do that blend. Isn't he cute? But I want him to kind of pop a little bit. So I'm going to ever so slightly, I'm going to make certain this is the light one. I'm going to follow that edge of my snowman. I'm going to give him some depth. Okay, and then I want to go along the outside of him. I'm not going to do the branches. I'm going to stay fairly close to the line. And what this does is it makes it a little bit where it kind of lifts from the page just a bit. Makes it look a little bit more realistic, I guess. Now we're going to cut him out, but it also then will not look so stark white clear up to that edge. this color lifter. And I'm going to blend the inside line out. There we go. Now we need to add a little bit of, I don't think I want that one. I want gray granite. And go along the bottom here. So I need to maybe turn on a little bit of extra light. Might make it easier to see. And so far, this is what we have. I hope you can see that. It's not great. It's not, you know, horrible. It's just cute. All right, so I'm going to now then, I put it over the snowman because I wanted him to glisten. I avoided the nose. I love whimsical, especially, you know how snow, when it's freshly fallen and then the light hits it and it has that glistening. I love that. So that's all glistening there. See if I missed any places. Oh, right above the nose I missed. All right. And then I'm going to go along this right here. And then that is our coloring. So now I need to cut that out. These few things that can get moved out of the way. And we might need the whimsical, so I'll put that off to the side. I will wait to cut him because we've got some other cutting to do. All right, so now then our other pieces. This is our base. I'm going to slide this right here under there. Got the pretty and pink and our two specialty papers. And if you haven't seen these, look how gorgeous those are. I don't know if you can see the snowflakes. See that? Isn't that pretty? It's just so pretty. All right, so there's that. I have another one here. I got confused, I guess. And I already cut this out. But we need to do some stamping. Now, here's a little trick that I've learned. When you're going to use a piece of paper for put your embossing powder in, I have a hard time getting it all back in the jar because it sticks to my paper. So I'm going to use my embossing buddy on that one and on this. Okay, and that helps with the static. All right, I'm going to move these things up and out of the way. Right now, we'll bring in this tree. I'm going to lightly ink it up. I don't want that halo all the way around it that it seems to get. Looks like maybe I have it, but we're going to just try. Looks like I've got the tree and no halo. That's always a plus. And then I have my silver embossing powder right here. And that looks good. Oh, maybe on this one little corner still. That's better. All right, so now then I could take my embossing powder and put it right back in. There's none left on there. That is awesome. I'm so glad that I saw a demonstrator. I believe she was in the UK. I don't remember her name. It was just, I don't know, I think it was a short where it showed things, and then it goes to the next one. And so I didn't catch the name on that. So, but I'm like, that is so awesome if that works. And it does. We're going to heat emboss this. Go from the back. And you can scorch silver, so be careful. And fingers as well. Alright, that is finished. Let that cool just a moment. Grab a scratch piece of paper here. There we go. And I'm going to bring in our smaller arch piece. I want that to cool just a little bit. And I'm going to grab the pool party. Put that there, and I'm going to, this has blue. It's got a little bit of probably Lost Lagoon, and it has several different colors. I just make certain that it's clear before I put the next color. I'll start off my page and work my way on to here. I'm just going to load some color on here. Sorry for shaking the camera. So, oh, I know why I had that extra one. So that you can kind of see the difference. You can see it's hard to see the blue on it, but then you can once it is, when you put it up against a white one. Okay, so that's the arch. And let's do the front piece of the card itself. I'll close this ink for now, and then bring in my pretty in pink, a very pretty pink color. Okay, so I'm going to start off the page and start working my way. Once you get it started, it's better to go from the center out towards the edge, because it does, like that, bends the cardstock. It is a thinner cardstock. And then I also want those edges. Around. This is that Silent Night Snowfall. And this piece is 3 3/4, pardon me, by 5. I believe it is. So try to get between those snowflakes and along that edge. All right, so that is our inking. Like that, and see what else we need to do. All right, so I'll close this for now. We're going to do the die cutting, and we'll start putting things together. Did not mean to do that. Oh, there it is. My chair is tall, and so it's hard to reach it. All right, so after I threw that on the floor, I'm going to bring this in. Set this up with plate 1, plate 2, and I'm offsetting it like this. Maybe I can go this way. I'm going to offset it there. I'll put my little snowman on here. And where did I put that die? Right here. Lay this on here. Line it up the best that I can. Keep it down just a bit. And then this one I'm going to put in as far as that bottom plate. Pinch it together and run that through. I forgot I was going to fussy cut this Christmas tree. Get out of the way. Grab my favorite scissors. And I'm just going to go around and just fussy cut, but in a not a very intricate way. What I like about the scissors that it does not hurt my wrist and my thumb. And they are super sharp, so you have to be careful with them that you don't cut yourself. All right, so try to smooth that out just a little bit. And there's my tree. I could kind of, you know, swoop in there a little bit like that, but that's good enough. It's for quick and easy. All right. See how well I did with the snowman. He is adorable. I love snowmen. And this is so cute. He's just so cute. All right, so now we're going to put things together. Bring these in our base. Flip this over. Bring in, this is just green glue in here. Flip that over. And that right there. Like that. I'm going to bring that in and put it on the front of our card. Put it right into it. And it doesn't matter at this point which way it goes. I did just make a mess though. Fix that later. More of it off, and then we'll get it whenever it dries. I can do the eraser on there. this together. Here's my bone folder. All right, so that's the card front. Put these together as well. We're gonna layer them. And I told you which one to use, the two of them to use. I just didn't want this to be a real stark white. I wanted to give it a little bit of that blue. So that's dried well enough to be able to erase that little mistake. These are glue erasers. They're wonderful. If you don't have one, you can get them on Amazon or craft stores. They are great. Put this right here on the front of the card. We're trying to pretty well center. Press. Going. And then now it's time to add some dimensionals to the back. Come back to that glue in a moment. Here they are. I'm going to add dimensionals to the back of the tree first. There's a reason for this. Because we won't put dimensionals all the way around on the snowman. We are going to have to do a special thing with him. Right. Get this trash off of here. Pick that up. And I'm going to come over here and I want to go off this just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little. Trying to also get my tree straight if I can. That looks pretty good. I want to see how much I'm going to overlap. So about like that. So I know that this little bit here is going to be glue, not dimensional. All right. I'm going to put dimensionals on him there. This one here, and I need to pull that one off. I don't want the overhang. There we go. Trying to use up all of those, and that can go through to the hat. And then now we can fill in like that. Make certain. Yeah, that'll work. All of our backings. Trying my best to make certain I stay on camera. Oh, I need to put that little bit of glue right here. And the reason why we're doing that is to glue him to the tree. Bring him down just a little bit and let his little ball and the little tassel thing in his arm hang off just a bit. Isn't he adorable? There you go. Now then I'm bringing in the Mary. And I have my silicone mat here because I don't want another mess like I made with the card itself. I'm just going to add some dots of glue here and there. Whoops. If you get too much, especially with this bottle here, I can scrape it to put it someplace else. Like that. I just have a little bit of glue, hardly any. I'll show you. There's not that much glue. Just little dots of it. Bring this here. Start it about there. Press that down. And then I want to open this up. Now I didn't do anything on the inside, but I want to put something on the inside of this. So I think what I'm going to do is grab my pink and my pool party inks to grab my little chamois here. Take the tree and I'm going to ink this up. Test it here first, make certain. There we go. All right. I'll come off this side here. There's the tree. Oh, there's a little bit of a halo. So I rocked it. I saw myself do it. But hopefully I can coat that up. Now it's time for the pretty in pink. You want to go straight down. Straight up. Now you don't even notice that halo. So that gives it a little something for the inside of the card. And we're almost finished. Now you could add some embellishment things onto the front of your card, but I didn't want to because there's a lot going on this card. Bring this in. Close this. And then I'm going to take my alcohol. See this here kind of gold in the bottom? That's Winkostella. I drip Winkostella into the barrel and then I fill it up. I think I do like 6 drops of Winkostella right out of the tube, and then I fill it up so far with alcohol, and then this is what's left. And I can usually put alcohol in it another time or two and spritz it. So I'm about ready to need some more alcohol in here, and you can spritz it as much as you want if you just want a light shimmer or if you want a little bit heavier shimmer. Now you probably won't be able to see the shimmer on this while it's wet, but maybe you can see it on this one. Sometimes if I turn that light off, it sometimes picks up the shimmer. You can see it on Snowman. Oh, you can see it here on the tree. And I don't know about the rest of it. Yeah, you can see it up here a little bit. Come on, get in focus. There we go. There you can see the shimmer on there now. Let's see if we can see it on this one yet. Oh, there you go. See all that shimmer? That is what that spritzer, it just adds a lot of shimmer to everything. Now I'm going to grab that eraser, if I can find where, oh, almost knocked it off the table. And I see a little bit right here where I've got glue again. And it just rolls it off there. There we go. And then you just can pull that off the eraser itself. So that is my Make It Monday. I thought this was so adorable, and I had forgotten about the Silent Snowfall Specialty Designer Series paper. And I had ordered it a while back, and I came across it and wanted to know what it was. And when I opened it up, I'm like, that's where that went, because it's just white in the packaging, and it didn't even dawn on me that that's what it was. So I'm like, I have to use that because I love that paper. And so I thought, what would be more fitting than to have the snowman with that paper? So I hope you really enjoyed this card. And the Pretty in Pink was 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So it was just an 1/8 inch larger than the 3 3/4 by 5. And then, of course, the arch was number 4, number 5 from the largest. And so I hope that you will give this adorable little snowman some love and make yourself a card like this. So until next time, thank you and happy stamping. Bye-bye.